Your face. Tonight is the night. That's a very like.
Wow, we made it one whole second before Courtney already made fun of me. Who would have guessed?
I wasn't making fun of you.
Hello.
Hey, fuck out.
Hi. Should notify the proper people.
The proper people. I'll do that.
All right. We have some kittens that are missing in the house right now. So Courtney is looking for them. And that. Brandon, Madison, hello. Oh, we found the missing kitten. This is Calico, the very uninspired named kitten that we have. Mac and Daisy and Calico and Booger and Melissa and Gravy. Toby, how's it going? And Little Scrod. That is the true name.
What?
It's a long story. All right. Am I going to do a Big Brother Canada 11 review? I am definitely not going to do a Big Brother Canada 11 review video. It is just not in the cards, unfortunately, for those that were looking for it. I didn't even do a Big Brother 24 review because my Taylor video kind of took the place of that. So I didn't feel it was necessary. Granted, I didn't do anything for any other past season. But just trapped here and using the target. What about the basketball? If that's a reference to me, I used to have like a basketball out there. I'm really glad you know. I have tennis balls this time. Madison, I would say the odds are in your favor. I think it is pretty likely that one of the TK3 win. I will be incredibly shocked if we get any other result than that. Also, give me 1 second. The lighting is non-existent right now. I guess that's better. That kind of sucks. I don't really like that. That's a little better. My microphone does this every stream. I don't know why. I don't even know if it's on right now. I can't imagine we get a 43. Oh, Becca, hello. How are you doing? Oopma. I Oopma. I don't really know how to pronounce it, but I see you around often, of course. Jordan, how's it going? Barely audible. Jam Jam is going to win? Yeah. I was a Carolyn believer all the way through. Up until a couple of weeks ago, probably the last episode, where I finally had to... Are you on...
I totally meant to be on mine.
That's really funny. But I was a Carolyn believer. I thought Carolyn was going to be the most likely winner for the entire season, but it's hard to ignore the facts that it's probably going to be Jam Jam. My prediction, as well as probably a lot of predictions, is Lauren goes out at 5. Carson loses fire making to Jam Jam at 4. Heidi's a zero vote finalist. Carolyn gets 2 votes, and then Jam Jam gets what is it, 7 or 6 votes? Are there 8 jurors? I think 8 jurors sounds right. Becca, I'm the same way. And it's like, I don't have any, like I'm not going to be upset if Jam Jam wins. Jam Jam is like one of the most entertaining players of the modern era, but I just have been enjoying Carolyn more. So I'm still going to hold out hope that Carolyn can win, but I bet that Jam Jam will be the one that likely takes it. Oh, what's up, Courtney? But
You need it in a minute.
do you want to make mac and cheese too?
Yeah, let me just do the videos.
Yeah. Evan, I don't hear that too often, but thank you. I appreciate that. I that is very funny. How do I come up with video? Oh, you hear. First of all, Mac.
Your eyes are stunning that. Okay.
Here is. Oh, he doesn't want to be picked up right now. He's in a playful mood.
Can you use the book?
No, that's it.
Or
That's Mac. He's a menace. I don't think Carson will win, but I would probably be the most surprised out of the things that I think are possible. Oh, careful. There's Mac. How do I come up with video ideas? They usually just come to me. That's kind of like, there's no real method. I have so many emails to myself where I'll just be laying in bed at night and I'll come up with a video idea and then I'll email it to my YouTube email so I can see it in the morning and remember. Most of the time I don't actually make those videos, so I just have a giant back catalog. And then sometimes
we'll be like on a walk or in the middle of the night, he'll wake up and be like, oh, I have a new idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Good job, Steve.
Oh, Jordan, thank you for the compliment. Preview showed an idol hunt, so someone probably finds the Final Fight idol. Yeah, and it's probably Heidi. Heidi just finds the idols. That's kind of her thing. She just finds the advantages. Granted, I say that, and she found 2 advantages. But I have my money on Heidi finding it if there is an idol found. But it's probably just something. Oh, he might have to use the bathroom. There's so much foreshadowing with Carson. Jay hit him up 2 times. What's going on? I probably would be more New York CBS. Granted, there's also going to be a delay on the stream, so it won't be you won't be able to watch it 1-to-1 with me, I don't think. You have a Google Doc open at all time for video ideas. That's smart. Top 10 Big Brother Canada players. I don't know if I can do 10, but it would probably be something like Kevin Jacobs, Dane, Anthony.
He didn't go.
You did?
He did not.
Oh. And then I don't know. I just know that those are my top 3. My girlfriend seems so sweet. No, she's actually a monster. Just kidding. She's pretty sweet. If you've wanted to become a Big Brother Survivor YouTuber, do you have any tips? Just do it. That's it. That's the only thing. You have to make stuff. And then I've seen so many channels. They will make one video and then they will give up right afterwards if it doesn't perform, or even if it does perform well. So the biggest thing is consistency. If you start putting consistent content out there and it's good, it will attract viewers. It doesn't even have to be good. Sometimes I've gone and looked at my first few videos and they're awful. I have no radio voice at all in them. I talk like a stoic robot.
A stoic robot?
Yeah, as opposed to a more personable robot. But you just got to do it and then stick with it for a little bit. I will watch with the $10 donation. Thank you. Big Brother 24 was your first ever season. You went back and watched 14, 17, 23, and Over the Top, and your videos became such a treat to go with watching the show. Thank you so much. That is very kind of you. Also, that is a very interesting but good assortment of seasons. Like, I've never met anybody that has only watched like a handful of seasons, and one of them is Over the Top. So already, I think that's super awesome. And then 14, 17, and 23 are all like very solid seasons, as well as 24. So you've definitely like gotten a good plethora. And I hate to be the one to tell you that not all the seasons are going to be as good as those ones. Basketball. Toby, are you talking about the most recent winner? I have to assume that that's who you're talking about, but I don't know if that's who you're doing. Top 3 favorite characters, winner, no gameplay involved. For Survivor, it's been a while. Even though this is a Survivor stream, it's been a while since I've like really thought about past Survivor. Like, my brain is so Big Brother wired now. Oh, Ball Game Baby. I'm so dumb. I could not figure that out. And I think I even said it too. But I don't know who I would pick. Also, is it winners? I don't know. Do you think Big Brother 25 is going to have attorneys? I don't think so anymore, but I don't think that their verbiage and their announcement about it being like all new house guests should be taken that seriously. Because they wouldn't necessarily want to announce it this early on necessarily. So I still think it's totally possible that there is some there could be some sort of returning thing. However, as we are getting closer, I'm getting a little bit like, I don't necessarily want that anymore. I am just very skeptical of. I just want nothing to do with like anything that could possibly bring us to Big Brother 22. I want to avoid, and if that means we can't have any returning players, I'm okay with that. Yeah, Madison, I feel the exact same way about Big Brother 19, where it's like it's so bad that it's good, and it ends with a good storyline. I see that you closed the door.
So she can't.
Yeah. How do you watch this episode live on Paramount Plus? There, if you have the premium, there should be a live section. Like, I go to Paramount Plus, and then on the top, I'm doing this on my computer, but on the top, there's one thing that says live TV, and then I just click that, and then it basically takes me to live TV. Nick, Big Brother 15 archetype in Big Brother. Yeah, but Nick was kind of, they have gone out second, but I think that was the outlier. I mean, to be fair, it definitely was an outlier because of the MVP twist. What was Big Brother 22? It was All Stars 2. Yeah. Spoiler Girl is a goof. It is crazy because like before Big Brother 24, it was just like, oh my God, Spoiler Girl is the biggest, like, take nothing. Like, if she says something, believe the opposite. Like, she just had the worst track record. It wasn't working. But then in Big Brother 24, she was getting a lot of stuff right. And it was like, do I have to start believing her now? But now she also just trolls. Like, she said that Jackson was being considered, and I believed it like an idiot. Now watch me be a double idiot if now he actually is on, but I doubt it. The live section is playing season 7. That's really interesting. I don't know. Maybe you go to the help support area. I don't know. Who do you think is in fire making? I think it's going to be Jam Jam and Carson. Okay, so now I think what's going to happen. Does Heidi win final? So I'm pretty sure if I had to guess that Lauren is going to go at 5. She just has not gotten enough screen time. And one thing, I don't try to look into Edgic very much. Survivor's one of the only shows of these that I don't have spoiled for the episodes. With the challenge, it's impossible to not be spoiled if you go on any social media and are at all involved in those conversation circles. People just spoil the challenge results all the time. So it's impossible. And I just accept that that's how I have to watch the show. Big Brother, you know what's going to happen before the episodes because of the feeds. So Survivor's the only show that I can watch the episodes and not know what's going to happen. So I try not to delve too into the Edgic because of that, or it's I just want to enjoy the ride and see who it is. But this season, I feel has been so in your face about the Tika 3 gets all the screen time. Who is Lauren, except for when she wins immunity, and who is Heidi, except for when she finds advantages. Granted, that's a gigantic exaggeration of it all, but I have to assume that Lauren is out at 5, and then Heidi wins final immunity. I think is probably the most interesting outcome because the Tika 3 have to break up, and then I think Heidi brings Carolyn to the end, and Jam Jam, Carson, and fire making. Jam Jam beats Carson. Jam Jam probably wins. Yeah, she trolls everyone and then complains about her own trolls. Exactly right. Oh, Jam Jam and Carolyn tie in the end would be. I could see that. I could see them tying the vote, which would be really cool. That would be a fun way to end the season.
What happens if it ties?
If
the rocks?
No, so tie when they're voting for a winner.
Yeah.
There would be 3 people sitting in the end. If 2 people tie, then the third person that didn't win votes for the winner, and they have the only vote to they decide. Crazy. It's only happened once before.
What happened? Isn't there a thing with black and white rocks?
Yeah, but that's if that's a tie, just at any when you're voting someone out, not when they're doing a winner.
That's crazy. Has the tie ever happened?
Yeah, it happened one time, a few years back. It was the season with Michael that we watched freshman year. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that Michael. Good looking. I cannot believe he was 18 years old. That is still, I don't believe it.
Not as good looking as you.
Oh, thank you, honey. A rock draw to determine the winner would be insane. That is actually the best outcome. Yeah, the tie would make a lot of sense, and I didn't consider it until right now, but with Jeff hyping up this season, that could be it. Yeah, it is crazy how old he looked. It is insane. Losing $1 million to rocks would be depressing. Yeah.
I think I'd rather lose to rocks than lose by a vote.
Oh, I would so much rather lose to a vote than rocks. If Jam Jam is gonna win, I'd love it if there's a tie between him and Carolyn and Heidi cast the final vote. Yeah, I could. That is totally a possibility. For every jury vote Lauren gets, I'll commit to doing the last gaffes challenge in my bathtub. Well, Penn, I don't think you're gonna be spending any time in the bathtub. I will be extremely shocked if Lauren makes it to the end, just based off of the edit. Jordan, I don't know. I just am. Carolyn's dance will be unbearable tonight. I haven't really seen too many annoying Survivor stands recently. But I haven't really been on Survivor Twitter all that much. I tried to in the beginning, but then I kind of was just like wanting to watch the episodes. And then maybe I would go on Twitter later at night. I will watch with another $10 donation. That is too nice. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That is really, really nice. I really appreciate it. And I'm glad that you are now in this reality TV bubble. Enjoy the finale tomorrow. I hope whoever you're rooting for wins. Thank you so much again. Oh, Carson probably would vote for Carolyn over Jam Jam. However, I don't think Carson's gonna be in a situation where he's casting the tie vote. Yeah, Jam Jam and Carolyn are both. I can't. Jeff was hyping up this season too much that I can't imagine the winner not being one of those two. And I feel like based off of Tribal 2 weeks ago, that he clearly favors Jam Jam over Carolyn. Do I think people in my real life give me a weird look when I say that I cover reality TV for a living?
No.
Not really, actually. Well, a lot of the people that are in my life are people that I have gotten to watch these shows. So it's like for them, I'm sure it kind of just like made sense. And then with like family or like friends of family, I kind of just show them the numbers and then they're like, oh, cool. But if I was like explaining it to my doctor might give me a weird look. So, yeah. Yeah, I wasn't really high in this season. This season, I think I think I like 43 more than I like this season, which maybe that's a super hot take. I think it's just that I'm getting really bored of the format. It was cool in a way when they did it for Survivor 42, and then it was also okay when they did it for 43 because 41 and 42 were filmed back to back, so they couldn't see the fan reception. So then seeing the changes they did make for 43 was interesting, but then having 44, this is like 4 seasons of the same thing. It's tiring. It's kind of boring, and I feel like I'm watching a rerun. Also, Uma, thank you for the donation. I like how it just says my name. That is, the best message. But thank you. I really appreciate that. Oh, that is also surprising to me, Joshua. I didn't expect second graders to be watching. Who would be the Dan Giesinger Survivor? Probably. Oh, that's tough. I mean, I think Tony, in a way, not personality wise, but in terms of pulling rabbits out of the hat. So you should watch season 28. Yeah, I'm seeing a decent amount of Tonys. Yeah, the season itself had a really good cast. I think I'm just a bit low on it because I feel like it. Although the week to week hasn't necessarily been predictable, I think the bigger picture has been predictable for me, which has also taken a toll. And even still, certain weeks, like the week that Josh was voted out, I didn't even watch the episode, and I was just like, "There's no way it's not going to be Josh here." And then it was Josh. And then when Kane was voted out, I think I was pretty sure that Kane was going that week. And so there have been some episodes, and I really do like. Heidi, I would love to see Heidi come back. Or not Heidi. Sorry, Heidi. Franny. Heidi can come back because I said that. But I like Franny a lot. I would be happy to see Franny come back. There are a lot of players that I would like to see come back, but the season as a whole just didn't really do it for me. Upa with another donation. Thank you. You are all too generous. I appreciate it very much. Wow, thank you. Now I can afford the mac and cheese I'm going to eat tonight.
More cat food.
Now I can afford more cat food because we have 5 cats running around here now.
Have you explained to them like why?
Courtney and I found a stray kitten or a stray cat.
Yeah.
It was like 4 months old. Like 3 months ago or 2 months ago, we brought it in, and apparently, even though it was so young at 4 months, it was pregnant at the time. So then the cat that we brought in has now had 4 kittens. She had them. About 3 weeks. 3 weeks ago today, I missed Survivor that day. I forgot. I'd never even watched that episode. It was the Franny Boot episode because in my area there was something going on that was like breaking newsworthy, and because of it took over Survivor. So I couldn't watch Survivor, and I was kind of bummed. So I'm like, whatever. I'm gonna go and I went to Five Guys because I was bummed and I wanted a burger. And while I'm there, my cat started to give birth. So that was a wild Wednesday. Uma again. You are a menace. You have to stop. But thank you so much. Generosity is pretty cool. Also, 5 minutes. I thank you for reminding me. I might just talk through this and miss it. Which Big Brother winner am I covering in a story video next? The plan is June. However, I don't know if that's going to happen because they take so much time to do it. And I'm trying to work on the videos I'm going to be posting during Big Brother. So it's totally possible that the next winner video will be the winner of Big Brother 25. Yeah, gameplay is not always going to be new. There's only so many things that you can do. Which in a big, actually, kind of riding off of that, Vera, is that one of the reasons I like 43 is because there are a lot of moves that I haven't seen before, which doesn't happen often because there's 43 seasons of Survivor already. Like a lot of stuff that Jesse was able to pull off was really unique and new. And I know the ending is a giant what's the word? Just it's a gray spot on the season or something like that. A splotch over the season. Like there are so many good points, and I really like a lot of the cast. A lot of the cast is super memorable to me. And I also really like the logo for 43. Not that has anything to do. Also, Uma. Oh my goodness. I mean, I won't stop you, but don't feel like you have to donate every single time. It's very much appreciated. Thank you so much. But you are able to just type out messages and I will most likely still see them. But thank you. Casey would probably be one of my shorter winner videos. Casey's game is very straightforward. I think it is not that it is necessarily a bad win, but it is probably one of the most one-dimensional wins of all winners. Well, I appreciate it, Upa. Season 37 knocked it out of the park with the cast. Wait, Alex, did I really mess up the scrod joke half an hour ago? Oh, I just scrolled up to the top. Ooh, but this is not Peridium. You are right. I did mess up the joke. That's so funny. Becca with the remember. Thank you so much. Bye, Becca. Oh, one step for another hour. I appreciate it. I appreciate you continuously. 13 months, over a year. That is very much appreciated. Thank you so much. It is always a pleasure seeing your comments, whether it be just any regular video or the member exclusives. It is very motivating. So thank you. I really appreciate it. Thoughts on the amount of nerds on 45's cast? I didn't dive too deep, but it's a very young cast, right? Oopma. Throwing out another membership. My goodness. Thank you so much. Would I ever come to Andy's season? Yeah, Andy's is that's a tough one to cover because I know I need to do a really good job. Also, it is about to be on, I think. I had the wrong station on. I was watching sports. I think I don't dislike Casey as a winner, um, at all. Um, I think her time on the challenge has kind of made me go a little bit like higher on her as a game player, but lower on her as like an entertaining player because she's very boring. But she's also just the type of person that does really good in all of these things. Also, it is on. Jeez, I got to figure out the best way to orient this. Another fourth wall break. I don't know if I'm the biggest fan of this new beach thing. Well, I just think it's unneeded. I guess I don't mind it. Actually, I take it back. I kind of like it. Having like a new scene for the finale, it's like definitely not needed in any way, but I don't mind it at all. Yeah, man, I feel that way. Big Brother Survivor, Big Brother. Episode starting with Carolyn screaming. Oh, you were all so much far ahead of me. I was like, I don't remember that. But then it just happened for me. Kind of a slay, to be honest with you. You're convincing me. Very camp. I love Jim Jim's sweater. I got to a point where Heidi just screamed, "This is our new home." Heidi, tell us about your idol. The tooth opener. Yes, I open cans with my teeth. Wow. Now he definitely has fun.
Yeah.
What do I call my fan base? I've heard people refer to them as Ethanimale, which I think is funny, but also cringy, but like not in a bad way. I just call them viewers. Like I'm not building an army of people, so I don't necessarily have a name for them. Ethanimale is also good. I just got to the part where Jim Jim tricked them with the idol, so I'm so far behind. Ethanimale Kingdom. Thank you again, Uma. I would do so poorly with an idol. I would play it wrong 9 times out of 10 because I'd get too paranoid. Did Heidi find the idol yet? I'll let you know in a second. Someone else might see it, though. I'm not going to look at the chat while this is happening. Oh, Heidi is the last Soka. I didn't even realize that. Oh, camera.
Thank you.
That didn't help at all.
Hey, what happens? Here, use it.
What? That's what I was trying to do.
Move back.
There we go. I don't know why it does that sometimes.
It makes me so mad.
I'm rooting for Carolyn. Are you kidding me? The second I lean back. Whatever. It'll fix itself eventually. I'm rooting for Carolyn. But I think a jam win will be almost as satisfying. You could. My pets are so cute. Thank you. They my dog hates everybody. Like, he's a menace to people. So the fact that he's like at all nice to our cat and like they can hang out and be friends is beyond us. Taking up the spotlight. He won't eat the cat. If anything, she'll get him. Yeah, he is putting his head in her mouth in his head. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Don't look at me with that goofy grin. Yeah, Simon, Mac is great with strangers. You would know. Simon just about ripped his face off at one point. Or Mac about ripped Cheesy Nuz's face off. How many pets do I have? Technically, we have 6 pets right now. Carson has been running the season in a sense. Collapsing on the coconut run. They are on the edge. Wait, is the new island the Edge Island? Is that true? I am watching on Paramount Plus. Oh, hello, Mac. Do you think Carson wins immunity at 5? I think that's a pretty... I would say Carson wins immunity at 5, Heidi at 4, Jam wins fire making. I hope Survivor never stops. It's going to be a sad day. I mean, like, it's going to be a really sad day for me when Big Brother stops. Mac, leave her alone. But I might be sadder when Survivor stops because I started with Survivor, even though I like Big Brother more. I also hate Big Brother, but so does every Big Brother fan. Also, might as well plug this right now. If anybody, I will obviously be talking about my whole season thoughts today. Like, what else are we going to talk about? But on Friday, I will be joining Russell Muscle TV, Flynn Masters, and Peridium. I think it is on Russell Muscle's channel, but don't quote me on that. But Friday night, 8:30 p.m. EST, I'll be joining and we'll be talking basically about everything Survivor 44, wrapping up the season, talking about the winner. I think it's on Russell Muscle's channel, but I can't tell you that 100%. They were super funny.
I was watching.
And he was like looks at, and when he had like his goofy face, it was so funny.
Hey, do you want any other lights on?
What?
Do you want the lights on?
No.
Can I get anything?
Huh?
Can I get you anything?
Mac and cheese.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Thank you.
Totally.
I don't think Heidi could have found it last episode because she played it last episode. Oh, I see what you're saying. No, I don't think there was. Oh no! Did anyone find? No one found Carolyn's idol that she used. Yeah, no, we definitely were blessed that Carolyn didn't get voted out. I'm in some Discord server. I think it's typically a Big Brother Discord server, but they watch all reality shows. And there's like a Survivor Eliminator game or something, or I don't remember what it was, but on my team, one of my picks was Carolyn. And after the first episode, I was like, oh, great. Like, I picked Carolyn early, and she just seemed like she was going to be such an early boot. But no, she's totally doing awesome, and I'm so glad I picked her. Oh, another Big Brother promo. I really like how in these promos they are featuring all the seasons. Like, they're not just featuring HD. Like, they just had Nicole S talking. Well, I can't wait for this season of Big Brother in 7 months when it starts.
That's dramatic.
What was my first winner pick that I got right? Jam Jam was your winner pick from the start. Jam Jam was not picked early in any of the drafts that I was in. I'm interested. That would be cool. That's a really cool prediction if you're right. I'm excited for Challenge USA too. I will also be on Angel Cake Entertainment's channel in the upcoming future, talking about the cast for Challenge USA 2 for Challenge USA 2. So look out for that if you would like. My first winner pick that I got right. I've only gotten one Survivor winner pick right, and that was Michelle in 32. I was inches away from picking Tommy in 39, and I didn't. Mac, stop being a jerk. Can't wait for Fantasy Big Brother. Yes, me too. Can't believe I've lost last year. I've collabed with Angel Cake a few times in the past. Angel Cake is one of my favorite YouTubers to collab with. He is so nice. One time we collabed on a video, and then we recorded, hit end, and then we just talked for 2 hours after the fact. I could just talk with Angel Cake all day. Yeah, Carson actually did 3D print this ladder. Yeah, I think Carson's definitely going to need to go to fire. Chat is being too good. I want to earn my salary. Yeah, can someone say something egregious? Uma, fun fact. My college roommate discovered who I was because I was on Angel Cake. And I didn't realize, but my old college roommate was a challenge fan. So then when I went on to talk on Angel Cake's channel, he recognized me and he messaged me and he was just like, "Hey, I just saw you." And then another one of my friends from college also recognized me from that video. It was a wild day. Cork Cells, thank you for saying something bad that could be retracted. Yes, EJ. I think, yeah, I do think Carson wins this, if I had to guess. Oh, that was about a year ago. But I'm trying to think when I discovered Angel Cake. When I first got into the challenge, that's how I discovered Angel Cake. I mean, not that that's anything crazy, but it was his CT, like not a retrospective, but like it was like a chalkboard thumbnail, and I don't remember what his series is called, but he did those in the past, and that's how I discovered him. You want to help cheesy nod, but you cannot for the life of me think of something naughty to say. You know, maybe that's okay. If Heidi or Lauren, if they win, I will karaoke any song. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Really?
Yeah, but Heidi or Lauren they're not gonna win the season. Yeah, you do more than enough. Yeah, I'll do any song if Heidi or Lauren win the season. No way they gave us 2 seasons in a row. Calling the scriptwriters right now. Whoa. This is a cool challenge. I think I've also kind of just been underwhelmed by Survivor challenges recently. I don't know. Any guesses for what Final Immunity Challenge is going to be? You didn't even realize the episode started? That's so funny. Oh, you think it's going to be the balls? I'll go with the one where they have to spell out immunity with the blocks. That like some variation of the one that they did in 41, or the one that Ben messed up on 35 and did the upside down U or something like that. But probably the ball one is probably the most likely because I feel like that's the most like iconic one. Upside down U. I want a 3D printer. I just think that would be cool. Oh, you know what's really funny? So Russell Muscle has these Survivor puzzles that he's been selling all season long, and they're really cool. And I never bought one, and this is the first time that I was like, you know what? I might actually consider buying them. And then I remembered that he just closed the store 20 minutes ago. So I will not be buying them, but maybe next time they roll out, I'll buy it. Heidi's keeping up. Heidi definitely could be someone that wins immunity here. Hand on a hard idol. They should have done that for the 41 final immunity. That would have been, if they were all about, 41 drop the 4, that would have been a cool way to do that. I hope Erica comes back. I know that's a little out of left field, but I really want Erica and Marianne to come back. I really like them both as winners. I'm okay if Gabler doesn't come back, though. I just don't think he entertains me as much as the other two do. Marianne is like actually one of my favorite survivors of all time. Like, it is crazy how much she just keeps rising. Like, she is so likable. Marianne might just be my favorite survivor winner, which I don't believe that I'm even saying. But she might be. Yeah, they do it in AUS. I think the last, oh my God, I am in love with Australian Survivor Heroes versus Villains. I could not get enough. I would wake up an hour early every day that there was an episode so I could just come out here and watch it. I forgot. I loved Australian Survivor Heroes versus Villains. Okay, yep. There's the Carson win. King George. George is one of the best casting choices of all time. A hard idol is maybe they meant to say hand idol or hard. Sorry, it's basically, imagine this. This is our hard idol. The final players stand in a circle around it, and they just have their hand hold over, like they have to hold onto the idol, and it's the last person that is holding it wins immunity. It's very simple but very entertaining. Also, high protein here.
No, that's so awkward.
Wow, not only picking one person. Am I going to watch British Survivor? I don't know. I'm not. I have a hard time getting into other versions of these shows, which is really ironic because, like, I am a super fan of a lot of these shows. But like I've never seen a single episode of Survivor South Africa. I've only seen 2 actual seasons of Australian Survivor. Although, like, I've watched condensed versions and I've listened to like a lot of podcasts. I think I like the idea of like a season more than actually watching a season sometimes. So like if you ask me to like for example, Australian Survivor Blood versus Water, I've heard isn't that good. I haven't watched a single episode, but I've listened to like 4-hour podcasts just talking about the season. Like I just like knowing what it's about. But with some of these foreign or like other countries' versions of these shows, I don't necessarily always watch them. Big Brother Canada is kind of the exception. And Australian Survivor is becoming another exception just because this last season was so good. Although I will say Big Brother Canada 11, I did not watch every episode this season. I was not necessarily keeping up. And the no feeds, just the idea of it, like I watch live feeds. I don't sit at my desk for Big Brother US. I don't sit at my desk for like 14 hours a day and have the live feeds on. Like I'm not that type of live feeder. But just the idea that Big Brother Canada 11 didn't have it was just such a turn off that I just couldn't fully get into the season, even though like I don't know. Thank you so much.
Really honest.
You're so nice.
Alright,
Can I do anything for you?
Oh, no, I'm good.
How are you feeling? Yeah, I heard that. I mean, like that's the thing. I know what happened in the last Survivor South Africa. Like I know who wins, but I just didn't watch it. Yeah, no, Lauren definitely, I think, is gonna be the boot here. If I had to guess, that is true. That is one thing that I really don't like about Big Brother Canada is that the prize money is so baby. It's such a tiny number um, comparatively. I know that there's like extra prizes and stuff, so I think roughly it comes out to around $200,000. But like that is still like a little bit less, and not that prize money should be everything, but in a weird way, like I do think the bigger number really does make it more exciting to watch. Like $1 million sounds a whole lot more interesting than $100,000. Um, Uma, I write a full script for my video. Sometimes I go off script. Like sometimes I'll do a little ad-libbing. Um, if like sometimes when I'm writing, the words make sense in my head, but when I read them out loud, they don't really flow. And then sometimes I think about something on the spot and I'll add it. But for the most part, my videos are entirely planned ahead and fully written out. Um, I wouldn't do too well making a video and not writing a script for it. Wow, that food at the sanctuary looks so good. Winning Final Five immunity has got to be one of the best feelings because at that point, you know that you have the possibility to just win out yourself. Claire was my winner pick this season. Yeah, Golden God David is definitely one of the top Survivor players, but I've heard that season is really boring. There's no way Carolyn gets voted out here, right? I am eating mac and cheese straight from the pot. There's no way they get rid of Carolyn. Right. I'm eating mac and cheese. Annie is mac and cheese. Jam Jam wants Carolyn out. Where did I miss that? I applied to Big Brother a couple years ago. Awful tape. I haven't applied since. Not really because I just never got around to it. But I'm also just like, I don't know. I would love to go on Big Brother, but now doesn't seem like the right time. If I were to really try. Let me do Pilates for a year straight and then maybe. Simon, there's no way you're hitting me with this an hour into streaming. I expected this a minute in. When I eventually move to if I ever move to Boston, I can't wait to hop in a cab and ask about where's a good place to get scrod. The pluperfect subjunctive is so funny. Oopma, if you go on Big Brother, I'll make a video about you no matter what place you get. Just don't be a Paloma. No way Jam Jam goes here either, right? Be a Zach power move to quit instead of getting voted out. As a viewer, yes, but as a respected, like if you want to be a respected Big Brother player, that's the worst thing you could do. But as a viewer, that's so funny, you know? How you won Big Brother. Let's see the video. Then complain about all your haters. And then also be the only person not invited to the reunion. Or the finale. Or be voted for CFP. I don't remember, sorry. Carolyn is so funny. That's so weird. Anybody in this chat, if you make it on Big Brother, I'll make a video about you. There you go. Just don't do anything bad that would make me make a video about you for the wrong reasons, like my video about Kyle's. Oh, please don't shout anything out on your vote. That would be the best gift to the channel. If I go on Big Brother, I would never do a shout out in the dining room. I would make a symbol for you. Like I would do like a 3-4-2 thing.
Aww.
With my hands.
3-4-2-2.
3-4-2-2. Not opening my White Claw with my mouth. I think I tried to open it with my hands that time. However, I don't remember.
Probably not.
That's the problem when I stream. I don't actually watch the episode as intensely as I should, but I don't mind. Poster week 1 and get some screen time. How was it? Yeah, I think I prefer the white cheddar for
I'm telling
Annie's.
you.
Look, this isn't as good as Kraft.
Kraft is good.
No, I like Kraft mac and cheese, and it's not gonna ever change. But I like Annie's too. Oh, Big Brother Canada could totally be canceled. I don't know how long its lifespan is going to be. I feel like this season really did not go in the direction that it needed to go in. Yeah, if you're talking about I don't remember actually, but if it's the no talking during my votes, never. Unless it was Courtney's birthday. No, her birthday's in June. So it couldn't be. It's early June, so it couldn't be her birthday. No, I would be like Michael in the when I vote and just do like the kisses hand instead of saying something. Just get citizenship somewhere else. There we go. Shout it out in the preseason promo. True, that would show that you know your big brother. I would draft all of you first. I vote to Vict. My blood. They're not showing. Lauren won't find the idol, will she? No way she finds it. The Ethanimale video, that is so funny. They don't do intro dances. I've thought about that before. It would be an on the spot dance move because I am not a good dancer. Strategy and chaos. Season 16 editing. That would be interesting. Maybe they did find the idol. That would be really interesting. I don't know. I can't see Lauren surviving this round though. It just doesn't make sense to me. Steve Glass's push-up move, that's a good one. That would actually be funny. Wear glasses for my intro video and then never wear glasses again. That's funny. I still think it's going to be Lauren here. I feel like it just has to be. It sounds too much like Ian. Uma, that is a ridiculous reference, and I love that you know that. That's awesome. I mean, I talked about it in my Steve video, but that's like a hard question on an exam. That's like a bonus question. The Steve video. Oh, the Steve video. The Steve video is one of my favorites to make. I learned a lot of insider info for that video. You can call me spoiler girl because I had a source that I'm not allowed to name for that video. It's the first time I've even said anything about it.
Thank you. Thank you for eating her food.
Max, stop eating her food. My source was not trust me, bro. I actually had a real source.
Trust me.
Nice. Yeah, you can have all that if you want. I'm full. But I'm still very thankful for it.
Yeah. How is it?
I actually didn't really pay attention to this this part. I was just talking. Can I turn this off yet? How dark does this make this?
Really dark.
Whoa.
That's not good. Do you want a different light up?
No. You're already a travel. I'm still at commercials for what's this? A Transformers movie? Oh, that's Star Trek.
See Daisy.
And we're keeping the light off. Sorry. Oh yeah, Daisy's just laying there. They totally might. Also, because I know I'm so far behind, I'm probably not gonna look at the chat too much right now. But we'll see if I follow through. They also just walked in on my screen, EJ. We're at the same point. Do I have BB alumni friends? I wouldn't say friends, but I do. I have talked to quite a few players at this point now. My current best friend is Turner. You may or may not see Turner in a future video, but that might be more down the line. I'm not going to look at chat anymore. I don't know, Matt. You're fine. Also, I'm probably not going to stream for the reunion just because 3 hours of Survivor is a lot. Maybe I'll talk a little bit after the winner is crowned, but I don't know. I don't like these reunions that they do. I think they're I don't think they're effective because they're happening right after the fact. It's not a reunion if it happens right at the end. Bruce came back and he has an idol. What? I haven't gotten to that part. How could you say that? Yeah, they're showing Lauren talk too much. She must be the boot because they don't ever show her otherwise. Yeah, Jeff really hyping her up after purpling her all season. Lauren is the Kane of the players that are still in the game. I saw stuff that like a lot of the jurors really liked Kane and that Kane played a really good game and they just didn't show any of it. If Lauren has the idol, I'll eat. I won't eat anything. I don't have anything to eat. But I'll eat my words. There's no way she has an idol. No, those tears can't. She can't be having, or she can't have the idol with those tears. I wish we got more Lauren content. I would feel a lot more like it's hard to like fully immerse myself into the emotions here when I don't know that much about her because they didn't show much other than her winning immunities. Like I just wish the season was edited a little bit more balanced. Like I feel like you always could give somebody one more confessional and not purple them. Jesse exit vibes, yes. Yeah, she's getting the hero music. It's got to be her. They really didn't even make it seem plausible. Like they didn't even give anyone a fighting chance, or like they didn't give Lauren a fighting chance. They just gave her her speech and the heroic music. But it's like I don't think Carolyn's going to get voted out now. Like it's very clear. Roxroy. That'd be an interesting twist. I don't even think it's necessary to stop looking at chat. I think it's just. No, Lauren doesn't know it. Yeah. That's like when Max did that in season 30, except Jeff had a smile on his face. Why did Heidi get a vote? Okay, yeah. I was really nervous. Yeah, no, I don't know where the Heidi did. Carolyn vote for Heidi? Like, it's a good idea if you have the numbers to throw a vote at somebody. Think like Devin in season 35 throwing a vote at Dr. Mike. If Lauren has an idol, you don't want to leave yourself fully vulnerable. Throw a vote out there if you know you have the numbers. Oh, Jam Jam voted for Heidi. Interesting. All right, is it commercial time? I got to run to the bathroom.
I'll be right back.
All right. Just read something that this is the first season since Game Changers to not have an idol play at the final 5, which is ridiculous. Why are there so many idols? Heidi is always getting votes. She's always catching strays. Wait, did they show the challenge? And I missed it. Is it? How did you all see what the challenge was? What did I miss on the commercials? Will I be making a video on the T3 if they all make Final 3? No, I'm not making any Survivor videos anytime soon. It's just not in the cards. Is it the balls on the rails? Is that the challenge? Oh, it is the balls. No, okay. So who do we think wins this challenge? I don't think Carolyn wins. I think it's got to be Heidi. I think the Tico 3 Final 3 is by far the most interesting and one of the best Final 3s ever. I just don't see it happening. I don't see Carson making it past this round. Also, why didn't Jeff already take the necklace? Also, do people hate this challenge? I'm seeing a lot of skulls. I think Carson is decided to Jam Jam. Erica and Marianne were both brought to the Final 3, right? And I know Erica was. I'm pretty sure Marianne was, right? I like this challenge, but I do feel like they've done it a few too many times recently. Like they did it 37, they did it 40, they did it 42, and now they're doing it 44 again. Do you think Carson wins, puts himself in fire, and loses? That's the only final immunity outcome that we haven't seen yet. I've seen a lot of people say that they think Carson loses fire. That is true. Carson does think that he already wins, so I guess he doesn't need to do that. What was the longest of these challenges? Was it 42s? I can't remember if 42s went a lot or if it was 40s. Mike dropped on his first ball. I don't remember. I don't remember the 42 finale that much. I was in the midst of moving. And I remember I was at my girlfriend's house and I was in the basement and I was watching it on my phone. And I had to miss part of it. We went out for ice cream during the first half of the finale. I was bummed because I wanted to stream the finale because I streamed the 41 finale, but it just didn't work out for me to stream the 42 finale. And then I just didn't want to. It is a lot easier to just watch and not stream these finales. But I wanted to this time. I feel like it had been a while. It had been long enough. Yeah, this didn't seem like a very Jonathan-esque challenge. Jonathan losing fire, that was a little bit of a surprise. Do you think Jonathan wins 42? Do you think he can win over Marianne? I love Carolyn so much. I got Nora won final immunity in 39. No, Carolyn. Carolyn, why did you put it in so fast? I'm not looking at any of the chat right now. I'm so sorry. Dang. Why did Carolyn win immunity? Marianne beats anyone in the final 7 hours? Oh, you're saying that Marianne's game from final 7 hours. Not to like toot my own horn, and I feel like everyone says this, but in terms of final immunity challenges, I would definitely be the best at this one than the other ones that they do. My balance is like fine, but I don't think I would do very well. Like I think I'm very I think I would be more like shaky under pressure, which would make me bad at like where you have to stack things and hold it steady. But something like this, and it's time. Like I'm all about timing. You're in ads after the immunity challenges? There's no way. All right, I have a different thing pulled up. I can't even see. Carson's timing is really good. Carson winning immunity here is the thing that I suspect the least. I just don't see it happening. Yeah, I thought it was always going to come down to Carson and Heidi, and I think Heidi wins. I hate how predictable this is, though. Like, I feel like I've gotten everything right so far. I said Carson would win Final 5 immunity. Heidi's gonna, or Lauren was the judge. Yep. What do you know? Just like I said, Heidi wins immunity. I'm happy for like Heidi's got to be like so elated right now, like having her family watch, or 3 minutes ago when you all saw it, because I'm an hour and a half behind. Heidi's gonna bring Carolyn. Jam's gonna be Carson. It's almost like I said everything because the season is predictable, which is the only thing going against it. It's a good season, but it's so obvious how it's playing out. And I say this now, and fucking Gabler's gonna win. But Russell Muscle TV. Hey, I already mentioned this earlier, but is the stream on Friday on your channel or is it on Flynn's? I think it's on yours, but I just wanted to double check. Whoa. Heidi potentially sending herself? That... I didn't consider Heidi potentially sending herself in, as I just give this whole, spiel about how predictable the season is. I don't think she's going to. That would be sick. She takes out... She could totally go in against Carson, take him out, and then I have no idea what's going to happen. What? Maybe I do like the show. I don't know. Also, Russell, thank you. Yeah, Friday, 8:30 p.m. I will be joining Flynn Masters and Peridium on Russell Muscle TV's YouTube channel, and we'll be talking everything Survivor 44. Heidi could. Every Survivor finale and Big Brother finale. This, for those that have watched before, I have one high school friend. His name is Nate, and we're always talking. I got him into these shows. In every finale, he's always texting me, and he just texted me, "The fucking ball won again. Come on!" Like, it's becoming a little bit oversaturated. I agree. It's a good final immunity challenge, but this is the fourth time, or this is the third time in the last 5 seasons, and the fourth time in the last 8 seasons. It's a 50% rate on this, or a 50% like repeat rate. Dude, if Heidi wins the season, I'm karaokeing. Heidi can't win. Heidi won't win, right? I will say, although Heidi doesn't show up that much, and although, like, as far as players go that are still in, she's like one of the more boring ones. Like, Heidi could be a slay, as some may say. No, Heidi, like, she has the power and the possibility. I only have like Vera in my head when she was talking about like Heidi could be camp. She could be she could make a big move that really rises her up. Gabler won, Heidi can win too. Never in my life. Actually, that's a lie. So when I stream for the Survivor 41 finale, like I say, I don't go too far into Edgic. So most of the time, like, I go into the finale and I'm like, I don't know who's going to win, but I have an idea. I was so blindsided when Erica won 41 that I could not believe it. I was also really drunk. Which added to the shock of it all. So I guess when Gabler won, it wasn't the biggest shock, but Gabler winning was also a gigantic shock. I don't hate fire as much as I used to not like it, but I've just accepted it, and I think it's fine. Patrick, I remember you. Hey, Patrick, if you do decide to to renew the membership, just and this isn't me like self promoting. This is just me like letting you know. There's about like 8 actual videos like in the backlog that you can watch as a member, any tier. But yeah, Patrick, I remember you. Thank you for hopping in. All right. I'm half covering you because I don't want to be spoiled. I would just be like, you can all make fire. I will sit in the background. I don't know, Patrick. I remember reading. It was, I think you broke it up into like 3 comments because it was so long. I hope Reddit lets you post. Reddit is, they crack down so much. That was one thing that really helped when I first started my channel, is that the moderators weren't that awful. So when I made my first few videos, I posted them to Reddit, and one of them got a little bit of traction because of Reddit. And eventually I stopped because I had already developed like a bit of momentum. But I feel like if I were to start posting videos now, they wouldn't let me promote like that. Uh-oh, they're giving that Carson content. He's losing. Reddit is for judging people to stop judging. How many fires did he 3D print? Not enough. All right. I think best case scenario, Heidi throws herself into fire and beats Carson. I've changed my mind on all the final 3. If Heidi throws herself into fire, she 100% has my full support in winning fire making. I hope she doesn't win the season because I don't want to do karaoke, but if she does, I will sing. Chris Underwood taking out Devins. Edge of Extinction is a really good season in retrospect. I know there's been like, Edge of Extinction has just been rising and rising. Chris mother freaking Underwood. I think Carolyn definitely makes it. I think Carolyn gets 2nd place. I don't think Carolyn's been getting a winner's finale edit. Or like a finale winner's edit. Sticky. Hi, bud. Hello. My nickname for Mac is Stinky. Well, our nickname, not just mine. But he's our stinky boy. Good boy. All right. You can go lay with Courtney now. I think all of them are more likely to beat Heidi in the end, but I think Heidi gets votes if she throws herself in the fire. Chris Underwood winning Edge of Extinction definitely took away a lot for me, but it's time for me to grow up. Okay, Survivor. I'm happy that Chris won. I'm happy, although I've been a Gavin truther for a while. I think Gavin should have won. I think Gavin played a good game, and nobody respects his game. Granted, I've never rewatched Edge of Extinction, so maybe I'm wrong, but I'm a Gavin truther. But it's time for me to like acknowledge that Chris winning the season is actually just like a good outcome. Jam Jam is giving Carson. Okay, this is definitely like this is. Oh fuck! Is this content of Jam Jam showing Carson how to make fire? Is that foreshadowing Carson beating Jam Jam in fire? I don't know. Imagine if Bruce is first out of 45. That would be funny, but like in a crazy way. Aw. Oh man, Jam Jam is okay. Now I want Jam Jam to win. Blade Blur, I recognize you as well. I recognize almost all of you, by the way. Like, I've definitely seen a lot of you in the comments, and might as well take a second and just say thank you for watching the stuff that I put out. I mean, like this is my job right now. My job is making YouTube videos. So, like, without all of you, I wouldn't be doing what I love to do. I would be sitting behind a desk in a cubicle. And, you know, eventually I'm probably going to do that. But for now, it's nice to be able to just make videos. So I do just want to say thank you. I really appreciate all of you for sticking around. And, like, I don't make Survivor content, but even just coming in when I'm watching the Survivor finale, it's nice. So thank you. Patrick, thank you. That really means a lot to hear. Like, really. Yeah, I definitely overworked myself last summer, but I'm better prepared. And hey, while there's some people here, last summer during Big Brother, I posted twice a week. It was great, but I overworked myself. I almost considered fully stopping making YouTube videos forever. That's not happening. I'm coming back stronger this summer. We're getting 2 to 3 videos a week every week while Big Brother is there. And I'm thinking like 3 videos every other week. So it'll be 2 videos one week, 3 videos the next week, 2 videos, 3 videos, back and forth. But I'm much better prepared and I'm not going to overwork myself this time. So in a way, Big Brother being pushed back is just giving me more time to prepare, which is funny. But it's just the time that we finally get Love Island USA content. Oh, I would have, but Paramount Plus doesn't have the rights anymore. I think Peacock has the rights. And although I do have a Peacock subscription, it just doesn't feel the same. So maybe next year. The thing is like Big Brother Canada, and I'll be like fully transparent, is that at times before this season, I like Big Brother Canada more than Big Brother US sometimes. Like there is so much good stuff in Big Brother Canada that is very worthy of its own videos. Like I could make wonderful, well, I could make videos about Big Brother Canada and have the content be very interesting and captivating. But the issue is that they just wouldn't perform well, and numbers aren't everything. But when it is my job right now, it is an unfortunate side effect that I do have to somewhat think about. And again, as much as I would love to just make like a bunch of Big Brother Canada videos because Big Brother Canada is awesome. It is it makes a lot more sense for me to just include Big Brother Canada in my videos sometimes. Like in my double eviction video, I think it's like the 5 wildest double evictions, and it's 4 US and 1 Canada. And that's like the best I can do. Because Big Brother Canada is amazing. You should watch Big Brother Canada if you haven't. Yeah, I could pivot. I could pivot to Big Brother Canada. I could pivot to Love Island. But for right now, it's mostly going to be Big Brother US stuff with potentially a Big Brother Canada add-on. I'll even give you like, I don't know if it's going to be my next video, but one of the videos that I have made that I would bet is probably the next video that I'll post is the shortest endurance challenges. I recently made a video about the longest challenges in Big Brother history. I also made a video that is the shortest challenges in Big Brother history. There are 2 Big Brother Canada mentions in that video, but it's not just one fully Big Brother Canada video. My favorite Big Brother Canada season is, objectively, hold on. Which one is... Okay, objectively, I think Big Brother Canada 10 is the best season, and I love Big Brother Canada 10, but I have such a special place in my heart for Big Brother Canada 5 that I'm going to pick Big Brother Canada 5. But I think Big Brother Canada 10 is one of the best seasons of any reality show ever. Big Brother Canada 9 is very good as well. Big Brother Canada 2, I think, is a good season. Big Brother Canada 6... Big Brother Canada 6 has my favorite house of all time. I have, while, I'm in a commercial, maybe you aren't, but while I have you for a second, I have a video planned in the future, but I might have to split it up into 2 parts because it is so long, and it's me ranking the Big Brother houses. It's been requested a lot. This is... So most of my videos are between 3 and 4 pages long. This video is already 6 pages long, and I'm up to Big Brother 8, which means that I am like a quarter of the way done. This is looking to be a 24-page script, which, to put it into perspective, my Taylor video, which is almost an hour and 20 minutes, is like 14 pages long. So this would be like a 2-hour video at this point. So I need to do something different. Santina is your mom? Mine too. I think the house was very elegant and gorgeous. Like you said, it is absolutely gorgeous. I still don't know how I feel about the season. I think the chaos was a lot, but I don't know if it's enough to like there's different types of chaotic. Like Big Brother Canada 10 was chaotic, but in like a very methodical way. A lot due in part to Kevin Jacobs. Big Brother Canada 11 didn't necessarily have that strategic chaos. It was more just like stupid chaos, and I don't mean that in like a rude way. But there's kind of that. Big Brother US 1 house design, you'll have to wait to see. But I think Big Brother 1's house is very cute. All right, chat. I'm going to pause you until Heidi's decision. Heidi doesn't throw herself in. It's Carson and Jam Jam. I have to trust with what I've said. I'm a pyro. What a funny thing to say. I do think Fire's losing its touch because players are wanting to go in, and that's not what you want. I think Carson saying this and them showing it is meaning that Heidi's not going to put herself in. Okay, Carolyn's final three. I already knew that. It's Carson. Yeah, Carson making Fire. There's no way Heidi gives up immunity. It's got to be Jam versus Carson. She's got to put Jam in. There's no way. Let's go, Heidi. Oh, Heidi, if I've ever said anything about you this season, I'm so sorry because fuck yes. That is so cool. Oh, let's go. This is like the first time all season that I'm like surprised and pumped. I'm quivering in my boots right now. She's going to roast him. Oh my God, I haven't tweeted at all. Oh my God, unequivocally a Heidi standout. Oh my gosh, I have to pee, but I don't care. Heidi. Yeah. I love that. Yes. This is what she needed. And like, I don't know. I don't know what it feels like to be on, day, 25. Is that what it is? How weird does that sound? But the final four, you have been on the island for weeks. The goal is to get to the end and to have the gall, the balls, the other words that I can't think of right now to give up your immunity and go on to take out who you believe is the front runner. Only one person has done it, and Chris Underwood needed to do it because you know what? Chris Underwood wasn't on the island for that long, but Heidi was. Oh my God, I'm so happy. It doesn't need to be the standard. Like, the standard shouldn't be that you should send yourself in there. Like we saw with last season, I don't think Cassidy should have felt the need to send herself in there against Jesse to win. But this is a spot where it makes sense. And the fact that Heidi did it, I love that. It makes sense for Heidi and she's explained it. She doesn't necessarily think that she has the resume against these other players. And she's right. And this is something that she can do to put herself on the map. And you know what? I think she beats Carson. I don't think Carson wins this. And if Carson wins this, then we have an all-Tika Final Three. And if Heidi wins this, then we have Carolyn and Jamjan, who I thought were the only two people that were likely to win, and Heidi, who now has completely boosted her resume and her I don't think Heidi's a zero vote finalist if she makes it. Going into this, I thought she was. Not anymore. Oh, I love that this happened. I love that this happened. I didn't expect to be feeling this joy tonight. I just thought that it was just going to be like a finale because I felt like I was predicting everything that was going to happen. Let's go, Heidi. Oh. Oh, Heidi Underwood. Is that Heidi LaGrossa? Is that her real name? Heidi, let's go. Man, I really have to pee. I'm just going to have to wait until after Heidi wins because Heidi's winning this. Oh, no. If Heidi wins the whole thing, I'm going to have to do karaoke. Sean, I can't see what your profile picture is, but I'm sure it is Google worthy. Heidi Laguerre's green. Wow, I was way off. I think I'm just thinking of Stephanie LaGrossa. And I saw Laguerre's and I did that. That's just my fault. Sorry. I gotta stop looking at the chat. So sorry. Already saw a spoiler. That sucks, but I mean, don't actually worry about it, Matt. Heidi standing up. Yeah. Carson, take notes. Oh my God. Heidi's going to beat Gabler's record. Listen, I'm in no way a Carson hater. What's that guy's name on Twitter? Ahmad. Listen, you're allowed to have your least favorites and your favorites, and that's totally okay. But it is annoying when I would much rather just see people root for somebody annoyingly than just hate on somebody annoyingly. And I've seen a lot of Carson hate. Bro, Heidi is her. She is the movement. Never dissed. Never dissed. This is crazy. Oh, my champ just said that after me. That's really funny. Oh my God, Heidi's crushing it. Heidi, I think, gets Danny's vote. I'll tell you what. I wasn't on the jury, but if I'm a juror, oh my God, Heidi won so fast. Oh God, poor Carson. Like Carson did good. Oh, Heidi killed that. Heidi. 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 Three minutes. Oh my God, she smokes everyone. Heidi beats Gabler. Sorry, Gabler. You're out of here. I hope you enjoyed your record for like 30 days. It's crazy how fast players can turn around like that. Like I'm sure the jury is looking at that and being like, "Wow." I'm predicting 4-2-2 Flynn. Maybe 4-2-2 is a little much. Oh my God. Heidi, let's go. I've said that like 100 times, but like I love that. I wasn't sure when we would see it again. I can't believe that. Dang. Wow. And this is the final three I expected, but not the way that I thought it would be. Holy schmoly. Oh, let's go. Shout out Kevin Jacobs liking my tweet. I have to use the bathroom so badly, but I love that. There's not going to be a 0 vote finalist. If nobody votes for Heidi, they're cowards. Heidi deserves some votes. I'll be right back. I don't know if you all understand just how much my morale has elevated in the last 15 minutes, and it's all because of Heidi. I've already said it. I was not high on this season, and it's because I felt it was way too predictable. And you know what? At the end of the day, Jam Jam might still win. Carolyn might still get second. Heidi might still get no votes. I hope she gets a vote or two because, I'm a Heidi stan now. But I feel like this season has been lacking that big move. And you know what? Maybe that big move happened that one episode that I wasn't able to watch because of whatever was happening and then my cat giving birth. But it's been missing this moment from me, and a strong finish is so much more important. Actually, I take that back. Big Brother 22 had a strong finish and had a boring rest of the season, and it's still my least favorite season of all time, like not even close. So maybe a strong finish isn't as important as I'm making it out to be, but a strong finish was necessary in this case scenario, and it's looking like that's happening. Like this is, I'm just so happy that Heidi did that. Oh, I don't know. Exactly. Like Heidi, like you shouldn't be expected to go into like you shouldn't. It should not be the standard to win final immunity and then throw yourself in there. But in this case, it made sense for Heidi, and she recognized it and she did it. It doesn't feel like she just did it to do it. It made sense for her to do it, and she did, and it worked. I wonder if a lot of, because I mean, when the fire making challenge first was a thing, before Chris Underwood, whoever won immunity won the season. Since then, that hasn't been so it was, or no, I'm sorry. Wait, is Nick Wilson the only final immunity winner that didn't put himself into fire who won the season? Yes, sorry. It was the fire winner. I'm so sorry for messing that up. It's the fire winner has always gone on to win the season, except for Tommy and Marianne and Erica. Never mind. Forget everything I'm saying. I thought there was a pattern, and there just isn't a pattern. Regardless of what I was saying, go Heidi, but also go Jam Jam and go Carolyn. It's weird. I don't think Carolyn's gonna win. I've said that I'm in like some like Survivor games, like not orgs, like betting on the results of Survivor 44. And I've been putting all of my money on Carolyn all season long, and I just don't think she's gonna win now, just based off of how she's been portrayed this finale. Once Upon an Island, what's going on? Yeah, Nick is the only final immunity winner that won the season and didn't go into fire. That's what it is, right? Final immunity or final four fire making winner has typically won, but not always, because you have 39, 41, and 42. Yeah, exactly. Erica, Marianne, and Tommy didn't do fire. Everyone else won fire, except for Nick Wilson. Nick, the reputation killing Wilson. Thanks again for reaching out to be in the unpopular opinions video. I love to reach out, or I love to just be involved in these things. And you were one of the only reality TV YouTubers that I hadn't really talked to that much. So that was a pleasure. Yeah, I distinctly remember like watching Once Upon an Island. Sorry, I was reading a different message. Once Upon an Island, specifically the Boston Rob All Stars video. I believe you have a video on that. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Maybe it might have been the Ethan Zahn in Africa video, but I remember watching that like years before I ever started making videos. Patrick, thank you for joining as a YouTube member. Nice to have you back. Enjoy all of the stashed content, the member exclusive videos, everything about it. I'm sorry, who did Jamie just say that she was voting for? I missed it. Gameplay with you is I thought I took that out. I'm so sorry. Initially it was meant to be like I would just play a game like Smash Brothers or something like that, but I meant to take that out, and I apologize if I didn't. Heidi definitely gets Jamie's vote. I hope Carolyn isn't a 0 vote finalist. That would suck. I don't know. That is one thing that I really liked about Gabler's win is that he didn't use the charity to win. Like he didn't mention that to anybody until after the fact. I think if Gabler I can't even imagine the uproar if like he mentioned that at final tribal council and then he got all the votes to win. If everyone was just like, oh my God, he only won because he said that, that would have been wild to be on Twitter that night. That would have just been crazy. Oh my God. 4-2-2. I hope so. When do we ever have a final three where all three can win? I thought 41 was that, but the vote obviously didn't say that. 43, I kind of thought, but not to the extent that 41 was. Like 41, I went in thinking any of them could win. 30, none of them. I thought that could happen. I mean, what is China's the closest, which is crazy. That was 500 years ago. Sorry, that's a very young person thing to say. How old was I when China came out? I think I was 8. If Heidi wins and I have to do karaoke, I'm going to be so sad. But I want Heidi to win in a sense, but I also want Jim to win in a sense, and I also want Carolyn to win. I'm going to be happy no matter who wins. But I might be happier if Heidi loses solely so I don't have to do karaoke. I think Heidi might have Danny's vote too. Yeah, a tie. Well, there can't be a 3-way tie. A 2-way tie. The third person in the final 3 that isn't tied votes for the winner. They have the sole vote, and they decide which of the other 2 wins. Lauren Beck from Island of the Idols. She was so close to winning, too. Three-3-2 is crazy. Oh, I'm so excited to see the final vote. That's crazy that you could be in a spot where you only need 3 votes to win, and then you get the tiebreaker. Well, I don't think Heidi gets the tiebreaker. I think Jim and Carolyn would vote for each other. Oh, this reminds me. I need to message a certain individual whose name rhymes with Mimi Marfbag. Yeah, I really hope all three of them get votes. It's just, when was the last time that a final three had all three players get votes? I know Worlds Apart had. I mean, I know the Philippines did, but that was before Worlds Apart. 35, I think, because Devin voted. So 35 had votes as well. Yes, Danny is wearing a poncho. Yeah, 35. 5-2-1. I wish Chrissy won that season. Um, 35 is actually like, it was the only season since I started watching Survivor that I didn't watch all the way through. And it's because I went to college right at the beginning of 35. And I was just enjoying college so much that, and forgive me, but the premise, the concept of the season, heroes versus healers versus hustlers, I looked at that and I was just like, wow, what a fucking lame thing. So I skipped the first half. I watched the last like 4 episodes. And I get that the edit was shoving Ben, and it was cool that he just kept finding idols, but post Survivor, seeing Ben's, what is it, his 3 returns, 2 seasons of the challenge and Winners at War, I could have lived without Ben winning. Yeah, maybe a jury roundtable would be pretty interesting. Oh, I just got to tribal again. I applied for Survivor once and Big Brother once, and they were the worst audition tapes ever imaginable. They will never see the light of day until I hit 100K subscribers. If I ever hit 100,000 subscribers, I'll release one of them. The big, maybe. They're really bad. Okay, that's a pretty good question. I mean, the finale is already 3 hours long. They definitely have the time. Oh, I literally can't. Okay, I wonder if I can write this somewhere and then copy paste it in a way that would make sense. I'm writing my predictions for the votes, and I will let you all know at the end what I think. All right, did we say that Jamie was a Heidi vote? Because I missed that. You got a second interview for Big Brother? Hey, good for you, Patrick. I didn't get there, but it was. Maybe I just need to fucking take ecstasy beforehand and then go balls to the wall. And also go to a lot of bars and hope I get recruited. 3 to 3 to 2 is the wet dream of outcomes. All right. I wish this sucks because it's not going to show up like ordered. So I'll try to throw like things in. These are my predictions. If this is possibly a 3 to 3 to 2 vote. Jam Jam. There's one song that I really like, and it's called Yam Yam, spelled like Jam Jam. It's by an artist, No Vacation, and I actually made a lot of my friends listen to it earlier this year before 44 was even premiering, and I just thought it was the craziest coincidence that one of my favorite songs from last year is literally named Jam Jam, but it's spelled Yam Yam. Yeah, Jam Jam is coming off a little not how like this isn't how I envisioned the final 3 dynamic to be. Yeah, I don't necessarily. I mean, my opinion is extremely like disconnected from what's probably happening. I have no idea how Franny and Matt are talking. Like, I don't know. Also, I would like to say right now, I would appreciate if you can at least give me a warning, like type in the chat when the final vote starts to be read or when it's about to be, because I'm very behind a lot of people and I would like to know so I can not look at the chat. So you can get my honest reaction. I would like to not give a pseudo fake reaction. Heidi has so many sloppy rounds, but if she can just focus on the end, that's what matters. Maybe Carolyn gets Franny. Oh, wait, I said that Franny gets Carolyn. Also, Uma, I like your profile picture of Parappa the Rappa. Yeah, Patrick, don't spoil that. Are you kidding me? Chris comes back. My heart still tells me that Jam Jam wins. The music that Survivor is using right now. We're getting hero music for everybody. And oh, I just changed the channel to some sports talk. Let's change it back. It's currently soccer. Oh my God, Uma, I love that reply. That's so funny. I feel like I feel this way every single Survivor season, but this season went so fast. But at the same time, I look back to the beginning of the season and it feels like eons ago. Like even Matt feels like forever ago. Also, yeah, Carolyn definitely didn't win an immunity, right? Like when Jeff said that Heidi was the only person that didn't win immunity yet, Carolyn has not won immunity. Also, reminder, please let me know in the chat when the final votes start to be read for you. I know it's not yet, but I want to know when to close the chat so you can get my actual reaction. Someone's already uploaded a clip of a part that I haven't even been to yet. Why am I so far behind? I Okay, your final tribal council is over. Carson literally just said, Carson just told Heidi that she made fire the fastest ever. So, like, just a reference. All right, I'm getting a little scared that Heidi might win. I really don't want to sing. I will open my last drink just in case. Listen, it's not a karaoke song, but what if I sang the song Jam Jam or Yam Yam? I don't know. I'm not going to shotgun it right now. Although you best believe I'd shotgun that faster than you could blink. How did you get to your commercial break? Jeff is just getting into a new section. Sue, I hope that you are not serious right now. Do I already have to close the chat? Please, just don't let Heidi win. How are you in commercial? This is going on forever. Yeah. I've seen lots of meme tweets about the people that didn't make it to the TK3. Like I've seen Helen tweet a lot. Yeah, I'm still at Final Travel Council for all of you people that are in the commercial break and have been for minutes. I'm so sorry that you're all going to get my super delayed reaction because you're hours in front of me. Let me know when you come back because I'm turning off the chat. I'm still not in commercial. They're still asking so many questions. It's back. See ya. I guess I'll see you in fucking 10 minutes. Votes are starting. Holy shit. I haven't even made it to my commercial. Heidi's still pitching her case. I'm sorry. I apologize. I will keep talking. I even refreshed. It might have gone backwards. Bro, is Heidi going to win? I'm not looking. Oh, my God. You're not going to see my reaction for so long, but holy. Why are you 8 minutes ahead of me? This is ridiculous.
I need to turn everything off. I can't have anything spoil me. I have a blank. Oh, on this screen, I have two screens. On this screen, I have Survivor. On this screen, I have just Google open with nothing searched. I can't have anything show me, and then my phone is flipped upside down. I'm talking to my camera, but I can't see anything. So some of you know who the winner is, or maybe who the winner is. I just got to my first commercial. I think it's Jam Jam. I fear it's Heidi. I hope it's Carolyn, but I don't think Carolyn's winning. Honestly, Carolyn might be getting third at this point, which is unexpected. And it means I'm definitely not winning my Survivor thing. I hope Carolyn gets one vote. Is it going to be 4-3-1? Is it going to be 5-2-1? Is it going to be 4-4-0? 3-3-2? Seven to 1? No, it couldn't be that. We're at what is it? 3 straight 7-1? Actually, I don't know. Erica won 7-1. Gabler won 7-1. I don't remember. Marianne didn't win 7-1, right? Marianne won like 6-2. Maybe. I thought I remember Mike getting more than one vote, but I don't know. I'm just talking to talk right now because I'm just trying to fill the void that is me not being able to see anybody's opinions because you're all 7 light years ahead of me. And I have to listen to this Devato prescription commercial. If I'm in the jury, who do I vote for? Heidi kind of convinced me. But that's me thinking with recency bias. But I'm thinking as a juror, does recency bias affect? I want to be happy for the person that I'm voting for. Like, I want to vote for them and be like, I'm voting for you because I want to vote for you. And Heidi is screaming the most, I want to vote for you out of anybody right now. Please, just let Jam Jam do it so I don't have to do karaoke. I'm so fearful, but I'm not like. It's so. I know so many of you already know who won, and it's tough, and I feel bad that I'm streaming and I don't know who won yet. I'll let you know. Like, you can know when I get there, and I'll make sure you know that each vote when it happens. Also, I hope BB Barfbag responds to my DM soon. Currently on a Chevy commercial, for those that are wondering. I'm nervous, you can tell. My phone vibrated. I'm not checking that shit. I really hope Jam Jam or Caroline wins. I'm a Heidi stan, but I think long term, Jam Jam or Carolyn are going to be the better representatives. I just have to. I have to remember that Jeff hyped this season up a lot, and I don't know. I don't think that they would edit Heidi the way that they did if Heidi was the winner. They would have given her more screen time. So we think you're not going to have to do karaoke. It's fine. Jam Jam is winning. Or better yet, Carolyn is winning. But Carolyn's probably not going to win. Jam Jam's going to win. I'm on a Mattress Firm commercial right now. How are we not back yet? I have a Big Brother commercial. I will say this commercial is giving BB returnee vibes. I think they could do a coaches season where they have 16 winners come back and they each draft a player, but they don't actually come in the game. They just bring 16 players in the beginning. They each draft one. Sometimes you just have a segment talking about the winners and who they drafted, but that's it. It is still so crazy that Swaggy proposed to Bailey. Like, that is just, it's just shocking. Oh, yeah, please do the vote. I have to pee so bad. Oh. Okay. My commercial has officially ended. Jeff is telling the players to go and cast their votes. I usually watch this part. I'm closing my eyes and taking my headphones off because I know it's so close that I don't want to see anybody's votes. I really don't. I want to be fully surprised when the votes are in. I've never, I mean, not that this is anything crazy, but I don't want to know any of the votes beforehand because oftentimes it can spoil if someone doesn't get votes or it can spoil if one person gets all the votes. So I'm just peeking just to see when it gets back to Jeff. It's just I think any of them could win, but I don't know. I don't think Carolyn can win. You are all just hearing my nervous hyper analysis of it all while I just wait. I'm a Heidi stan, but don't let it be Heidi. Okay, Jeff is going to get the votes. My eyes are open and my ears are ready. Jeff's about to read the first vote. First vote, Heidi. Jam Jam. One vote Heidi, one vote Jam Jam. 2 votes Jam Jam. 3 votes Jam Jam. Is this a 7-1 for Jam Jam? It is a 7-1 to Jam Jam, isn't it? It's a 7-1 Jam Jam. I was just saying it's not going to be a 7-1 Jam Jam. What? Carolyn got no votes. Damn, I definitely lost my Survivor pool. Carolyn got no votes. Yeah, hey, my friend that I was telling you, he texted me saying Carolyn gets 0, all caps. Okay, he texted me something different, but he just said Carolyn gets 0 votes, all caps. Question mark, exclamation, question mark, exclamation. Jam deserve, but what the hell? You said what the fuck? What the fuck? And 8-1? Clearly, he doesn't know that there were only 8 jurors. 7-1 Jam. I have to pee more than anything, but I have a lot to say when I get back. What the heck? Now that's the classic leave and come back, and there's more viewers when I'm not here. I don't know. I guess I just had a misinterpret. Like I really thought that I was just reading tweets about Big Brother 24 Jasmine. I really thought that Jam was going to win. I didn't expect it to be 7-1, and I didn't want this to be a talk about the jury, like the problem with the juries, but the fact that there have been so many gigantically lopsided votes is, I don't know. I want to see a close vote. Yeah, Jam just won. Yeah, Jam has the most confessionals of the new era. Yeah, there's got to be so much more campaigning that happens at Ponderosa that we don't see, that the winner, I feel like, has to be determined well before the final tribal council, and it's leading to these really lopsided votes where, yeah, we see one person stray, we get 7-1 vote, but we don't ever see, like, in Big Brother, we had so many seasons in a row. We had 3 seasons in a row where it was 5-4 votes, and it's these really exciting moments where it's like you don't know who's going to win until the last vote, and it doesn't get better than that. And we haven't seen that in Survivor since, well, we saw it in season 36, but it's season 44. That was almost 10 seasons ago. And before that, it was like season 21. Blowouts are tiring. Wait, does Jamie not know that she had a fake? Jamie doesn't know. That's so funny. I was so scared that Heidi was going to win because I was going to do the karaoke. I would have done whatever song was voted the most. I'm a man of my word, but I'm so glad I don't have to. I'm sad that Carolyn didn't win. Carolyn's one of my favorite players of the modern era, but I don't want that to take away from Jam Jam's win because if Carolyn wasn't on the season, Jam Jam would be my favorite player from the modern era. Like, it's tough to have them both on there and have them compete against each other. I think Carson does win based off of what we were saying. I'm so excited for Jamie to learn that it's fake. I hope Matthew comes back, by the way. Matthew was fun. I mean, Matthew more than Bruce. We know that Bruce is on 45. Like, sorry for those that don't know. Bruce, who was evacuated first, is on Survivor 45. He's the only returning player. This is a fun reveal. This is the only time that I'm okay with it being a live reunion right after the fact. Seeing Jamie's reaction is fun, but I would still rather the reunion after the fact. And by live reunion, I meant like live at Final Tribal. I don't think there should be a couple of returnees every season, but it has been enough. Okay, I say enough. It's been 4 seasons. I mean, my dream scenario was that Survivor 45 would have been a 4-tribe season, and it would have featured 5 players from 41, 42, 43, and 44. That's what it would have been. I think that Survivor 41 through 44 is in such a vacuum compared to all the other seasons that just because they're all the same season in a sense. Like, obviously there are differences, different players, and 43 and 44 are different than 41 and 42. But I would have rather, like, I would have wanted like a full, like a returnee season of just the 40s. but obviously that's not happening. I don't know. My ranking of the new era seasons is so tough because I don't know. I don't know. If you want my genuine personal opinion, and this is subject to change, this is based off of how I felt watching each season. It would go, and I mean, this is my own opinion. It would go 42 at number 1, then 41, and then 43, and then 44. I just couldn't get into the season. It just wasn't happening. And that doesn't happen to me often. And I didn't think this was a bad season at all. I really don't. And if anything, this is just me being higher on 43 than most people. Again, I get that most people don't like the end of 43. And I understand that. And I get that. And I get that if that's your reasoning for really not liking the season, it makes sense. But I think that there's so much more to enjoy from 43 than just looking at it as, oh, Gabler won. And I like 43 more than I like 44. And I like 42 a lot. And maybe I only like 41 because it was like we had been away from Survivor for so long. Ow. Daisy, that hurt. Maybe we had been away from Survivor for so long, but I like 41 a decent bit. So, yeah, it would go 42, 41, 43, 44 for me. Matthew got a real idol after Brandon played an idol, right? Yeah, this cast was really good. Like, there are a lot of standouts. But another thing that I think really brings me down on the season is that it felt so predictable. Even at, like I've said this 100 times, I don't like looking into Edgic. I prefer to not be spoiled, and I prefer to not look at things that could, like, I like to go into an episode and be like, hey, anybody could go home. And then if someone goes home, I'm like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. Like, that's fun. I don't get that from any other shows. In Big Brother, you know who's going to go home. In The Challenge, you know who's going to win 7 months before it happens because people won't shut up about it on Twitter. So Survivor's the only show that I get to have that happen. And for the last few seasons, it was nice. Going into the finale, going into 41 finale, I had no idea that Erica would win. Going into 42 finale, maybe Miriam was one of the players I was suspecting would win, but I didn't know what was going to happen. Going into 43, Gabler was the last person I expected to win. But going into 44, I predicted everything except for Heidi throwing herself to go in. I thought Jam Jam was going to beat Carson in fire making and Jam Jam would win. I admit, I got that wrong. But I knew Lauren was going at 5. I knew Carson was going at 4. And I knew Jam Jam was winning. And I've thought this since like episode 4. And knowing that that was going to happen has such an effect on the season because it felt like there were no stakes in the episodes. And I get that when you have characters as enticing as your Jam Jams and as your Carolins, you can't under-edit them. You have gold, show it off. And I understand that. But in a way, it took away from the season because it was so obvious that the Tika 3 was going to dominate. Obviously, it wasn't going to be the Soka 4 or the whatever the Orange tribe was called because I'm awful at tribe names. Like, I will never remember what tribe names are called. But it felt like there were no stakes this season because it felt like it was always going to be Jam Jam or Carolyn, and that's what it was. So maybe as time goes on and I get past this initial watch bias that I have because I've been going through, or we have all been watching for the last 4 months, but watching a season of Survivor that's supposed to be new, but being like, oh, Jam Jam's going to win or Carolyn's going to win. They're going to make it to the end. It takes away a lot of that, that spice, that that mustard to it all. And I hate that that took away because I know a lot of people really love this season, and I wish I had that same fire. I wish I had that same desire that a lot of people have for the season. But the season, it just felt stale from 41 through 43, and it felt predictable. So for me, it's my least favorite modern season. But maybe as time goes on, my opinion has changed. When I watched Big Brother 17, I didn't like Big Brother 17 compared to Big Brother 16. Now looking back, Big Brother 17 is one of my favorite seasons. Big Brother 16 is a little bit down in the dumps in comparison. So time will definitely heal how I am feeling, but in the moment, it's my least favorite modern season. Aw, Franny and Matt. Okay, while we're talking about Matt, I hate everything about that episode except for the tribal council. If you put that I've said this before and I'll say it again. You put that tribal in a vacuum. That is my favorite, like one of my favorite reality TV moments. Just watching all the tears and all the raw emotion. It felt real. It felt like a tragedy, like a Greek tragedy that you're watching. And it was so captivating and so fun to watch. But all the circumstances surrounding it sucked. Like the twist, the other twist, the split, like everything about it sucked. But the moment itself was really strong. Finding a ride or die is so important. You all are probably not at the same point that I am, but ride or dies are important. Longer episodes, I'm worried. I get bored by these long Survivor episodes. Yay, thank you. Hey, you've been commenting a lot recently. Yay, I've been noticing. I appreciate you hopping in. That's another thing about Survivor. I feel like it's especially for the players that they purple. Like for Kane, for example, Kane didn't necessarily get the strongest edit. On Kane's boot episode, Kane got a lot of content early on. That made it very obvious to me that Kane was going home. And you know what that does? That makes that episode like I've said this 100 times tonight. I'm sorry that I keep saying that. But that episode was not intriguing to me because there weren't stakes. They don't show Kane for the first 6 episodes. Then on episode 7, all of a sudden, Kane is all up in the limelight. It means that he's going home. They're showing him so that his boot means more. I don't know. It's tough. Yeah, no, it'll be so nice that they can finally fit in another steal a vote advantage with those extra 30 minutes that they get every time. I've been streaming for 3 hours and 13 minutes. Fun fact, this is about to be the longest stream that I've ever had on YouTube. With that, this is just the reunion. I've kind of said most of what I want to say. So I am going to end it pretty soon. But just to fully close it off, I wish I could be as high on this season as a lot of people are. And I'm sure that as time goes on, I will. And I usually have the opposite type of feelings where usually when you watch a season live, when you watch it that first time, it's exciting, but on a rewatch, it won't, you won't feel the same way because you know what's going to happen. But I'm the opposite on this one where I felt like I knew what was going to happen for the most of the season. And that took away a lot of the luster that I had for it. And because I'm right, it feels like I feel, I can't find the word, but it's right there. I feel justified in how I felt. Where watching the season, I just felt bored. And I felt like I was waiting for a conclusion that I knew was going to happen. And I wish it didn't take away as much as it did, because there were some really great moments throughout the season, especially at the end. Like, let's go. I'm a Heidi stan. Let's go, Heidi, throwing yourself in. You know what? Maybe you only got one vote, but you earned that vote. Maybe you weren't getting that vote if you didn't make that move. I like that she made the move that she felt she had to do. But I just am not that high on the season right now. As time goes on, I'll look back and I'll appreciate it more because there are some all-time players, all-time characters and figures in this season, but it's so much of the same that we've seen for the last year and a half. I just want a little mix-up. I don't know. I want a little more. I want something. Maybe just to give us 2 tribes. I'm pretty sure there's. I think Survivor 45 is the 3 tribe season. Which, wow, great. I don't want to be so pessimistic and so cynical, but Survivor 45, if it is anything like the last few seasons, is going to shape up as like. For me as Ethan, as someone watching Survivor through my own eyes, it is going to be a very boring season. If it's the same, even just like, it doesn't have to be completely the same, but even just similar to the last few seasons, it's so cookie cutter. And I don't want that. And I hate to end it on a pessimistic note, but I just know it's looking like it's going to be that. So I can just hope that Survivor 45 will be a little bit better than I have my expectations for. In the end, I'm happy Jam Jam won. 5 years from now, I'm going to look back, and Jam Jam is one of the more memorable winners. He's a very fun person. It was very fun watching him play, and I love that he won. I just wish it wasn't so obvious. That's all I have to say. Thank you all for watching. It has been 3 hours and 17 minutes at this point. The finale was more interesting than I was expecting, and for that, I'm very grateful. I am a Heidi stan for life. Still love Carolyn. Still love Jam Jam. Wish they edited more and more, and wish it wasn't so apparent to me that Carson would be the fire-making loser. And with that, before I go, Patrick, what do you have to tell me? You will be the last thing that is said. Vera, again, you are like my favorite viewer just because you leave insightful comments all the time and you're always sticking around, and I very much appreciate you. Shout out to all the members of the channel. Cheesy Nas, a day oneer. Blade Blur, I always see your comments as well. Josh Martinez is Patrick, you are getting that. You are getting timed out. Put user in timeout. There you go. I don't know how long they put you in timeout for, but you are gone. Goodbye, Patrick. Vera MVP. Simon, thank you for moderating. I don't know how many bad guys and girls there were in the chat today, but I'm sure you earned your salary. But thank you. I'm probably not going to stream the Survivor 45 finale because I don't have high hopes, but maybe. So I'm sure the next time I see you in a live stream will be for the Big Brother 25 premiere, which I am very much looking forward to. And with that, good night and goodbye.